Life is a journey, full of twists and turns. Some days are bright and filled with joy, while others feel heavy and hard to bear. The Buddha's teachings offer us a profound understanding of this balance in life, captured in the concept of dukkha. Imagine a child running joyfully through a field. The world seems perfect, sun shining, the wind gently blowing. But then, in an instant, the child stumbles and falls. Tears replace laughter, and the child feels pain. In this simple moment, we see an example of dukkha, a core truth of life. Before becoming the Buddha, Siddhartha lived a life of luxury as a prince. Everything he could ever want was provided for him: comfort, wealth, and endless pleasures. But despite all of this, something didn't feel right. Deep inside, he sensed that this happiness couldn't last forever. When he left his palace, he was struck by the reality of life outside. He saw old age, sickness, and death, three undeniable forms of suffering. This experience shook him. It made him realize that no matter how much wealth or power someone has, suffering touches everyone. This is the truth of dukkha. Dukkha doesn't only mean great suffering like sickness or death. It's also the little frustrations in life, the feeling of being stuck in traffic, worrying about the future, or disappointed when things don't go as planned. Even when we get what we want, the happiness can fade. This is the nature of life. So, what does this mean for us? Are we meant to live in sadness, knowing that life is filled with suffering? Absolutely not. The Buddha didn't teach dukkha to make us feel hopeless, but rather to help us see the truth clearly so we can find a path to peace. Take the example of a fisherman. He casts his net and waits, but he understands that some days the river will give him fish, and some days it won't. Instead of getting angry or upset, he accepts whatever comes, knowing he can't control everything. In this way, he doesn't suffer over the things he can't change. This is the wisdom we gain by understanding dukkha. It's not about avoiding pain, but learning how to live peacefully with it. The Buddha meditated on this truth and found enlightenment. He realized that trying to avoid suffering or only chasing after happiness leads to more suffering. Instead, he taught us to observe life with acceptance, letting go of our strong attachments and aversions. This doesn't mean we shouldn't strive for happiness or avoid feeling sad. Instead, it's about realizing that both happiness and sadness are part of life's flow, like the river. They come and go, and clinging too tightly to either one leads to suffering. By embracing all of life's moments with compassion and mindfulness, we can find balance and peace. Through mindfulness and understanding, we learn that feelings, whether joy or sorrow, are temporary. By recognizing this, we stop fighting against the natural flow of life. The key isn't to resist or deny these emotions, but to experience them fully without letting them define us. This is the beginning of inner peace. Imagine walking in the rain without an umbrella. At first, you might feel frustrated, wanting the rain to stop. But then, something shifts inside you. You realize the rain is just part of nature, something beyond your control. Instead of fighting it, you embrace it. In that moment, you feel a sense of freedom. This is what the Buddha's teaching on dukkha can do for us. It's about realizing that life, like the rain, will bring things we can't control, but how we respond is where our true power lies. So, as we move through life, we don't have to deny our feelings of sadness, frustration, or fear. These are natural, human experiences. But by understanding the truth of dukkha, we can learn to accept them with grace. The more we open ourselves to life's full experience, the closer we come to true peace and contentment.